Hello, good morning, everybody. Today we are talking about copycats. We get so many questions about this, about digital product sellers being worried about people copying your things, or you've had somebody copy your things. And so we're talking a little bit about mindset and branding and what you can do about that, because it definitely happens. And I think sometimes the worrying of it can get in people's way as well, with wanting to protect their things. So that's what we're going to talk about today. If we haven't met before, my name's Melinda and this is Andrea, and we run Spreadsheetables, where we teach people to create and monetize Google Sheets. So our members have access to our vault of PLR spreadsheets and Google Docs and all of those things. And they take those, they rebrand them, they sell them, they integrate it into their offers, they use it as a coaching tool. They also use it as lead magnets as well. And so they've had a lot of success growing their list, growing their revenue. We all know that digital entrepreneurs are super busy. So our resources allow people to put out more offers, put them out faster, be more helpful to their audience. So that's what we do with everybody. And we go live every Monday. If you want to catch the replays, you can find us on YouTube, on our Spreadsheetables channel. You can check us out there. And so this week's topic is on copycats. But before I dive into that, we'll just give you guys a heads up that Spreadsheetables is turning 2. Woohoo! So excited. And of course, this is only our second year, but we have a fun birthday bash that we host every year. It's a 3-day birthday bash where we give away 3 templates for you guys. So in this case, Google Sheets. There are a variety of ones, some fun ones, and some that will help you in your business and maybe even in your personal life. So if you want to grab those free templates, go to spreadsheetables.com/birthday. Now, we don't actually release the gifts until Friday, so you're going to have to hang on till then, but make sure you get on the list so that you don't miss those. We're very excited about it. And along with that, people have been asking like crazy, when is VIP opening? Because it's been closed for a while now, I guess since December. And people have been knocking on the door wondering when they can get in. So we are opening for a very short time during this birthday, starting Friday, for 3 days only, that we're opening the doors and welcoming people into our program. And there's going to be, am I allowed to tell them? There's a coupon code to save for your first month. I don't know if that was a surprise, but we're telling you now that you can get in as well. So make sure you sign up so you can grab the coupon code and all of that stuff and be ready for Friday. Set your alarms. And then also make sure you go in and grab those freebies. If you're a VIP member, you're going to find those are going to start launching in the vault. One of them's already there, but the other 2 are coming. So we'll let you guys know in the VIP group when those come. If you're not a VIP, make sure you go in every day for the 3 days and grab that gift, because they disappear after that. So make sure you grab them while they're there. What else? Is that everything for that? Oh, and heads up, we're going to run a contest this week. I don't think I'll get into the details right now, but we're going to give something away. So watch the Facebook group, Passive Income for Google Sheets, and our email list. And you can get on the email list with this spreadsheetables.com/birthday. Okay. That's our little sales pitch. Sorry, that was longer than I thought. Let's get, pardon?
Lots of exciting things happening now this week.
I know. It felt like we talked about this. I don't think it was last week, 2 weeks ago, how we felt like January was a real slump. I don't know if anybody else felt like that. It's just, we had lots of launches and December's busy with family stuff and everything else. So January was very I don't know, hunkered down. We were still working, but it just felt weird. I guess to go from all this action to January was very quiet. So if you have a business and you were experiencing that too, that is totally normal, especially after coming out of like some real action packed and then like kind of crickets. That's normal. You just have to tell yourself, you know, this is just January, this is the month, and we'll move on. And for us, we're moving into a birthday celebration. And I noticed a lot of other people are doing this too, which is cool. Maybe they've seen our stuff or they've seen some other people running birthdays. And so speaking of copycats, this is actually kind of a cool tie-in. When I saw that, like other people running birthdays, I think I've trained myself over time to be like, oh, how cool is that? Like, not that they may have gotten it from somewhere else or came up with it themselves, but you could have taken that as like, oh, they're copying us. Like, why are they doing that? Like, they shouldn't be. We've learned to like let that go. You know, occasionally you still have something where like if something's like super identical and you're like, what the heck? And you definitely get mad. But you
There's
know,
the copycat, and then there's the inspired by, right?
yes.
Because in the digital world, let's be honest here, nothing really is like 100% unique and original. You're always getting inspiration from somewhere, right? The wrong thing is copying down to the same exact words, copying down to the same exact images, right? You're changing just, you know, nothing basically, and then you got that is wrong, right? But then everything else is just, it's really inspiration. And what we're going to talk, it's a lot about mindset too. You know, I'll let Mel continue. I don't want to break her train of thought here, but there's a lot of mindset involved with the whole copycat thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, you said it perfectly, and I'm actually glad this came up. I've worked on myself over the years to congratulate those people. Like, we don't need to be judging everybody. Everybody's getting inspired by each other. Like, let's celebrate each other. There are lots of people in the world and lots of money in the world. And so we don't need to feel like, oh, they've like taken my idea, I'm doomed. Andrea and I even had this talk yesterday where we were noticing a lot of ads coming up with
I was going to bring that up.
the same thing we do, and we're like screenshotting and sending it back and forth to each other. And over the years we've worked on our mindset. I did have that 2 seconds of like, oh my gosh, what are we gonna do? And then that like shock of like, oh my gosh, people are already doing what we're doing. Nobody's gonna buy from us. I didn't even go that far because I think I've had this happen so many times, and you work on your mindset that it was like 2 seconds of like, oh, I'm bummed. And then 2 seconds after that, I was like, oh, hell no. Like, there's so many people, there's so much money out there. Think about how many ads are circulating or content circulating, and we haven't even seen it all. Like, that was like 1 or 2 people we saw there. Meanwhile, there's probably like hundreds or thousands of people that have the same thing, and it just doesn't even enter our world to be bothered by it. And imagine if you,
I like to say, we didn't fall into the algorithm yet, right? It's circulating. We just didn't fall into that, you know, that flow. Not yet. But it's coming. It's coming.
Yeah. Well, and imagine how differently you would operate throughout your business if you didn't see those things. If you had your blinders on and you didn't even see those things, you would keep pushing and doing your thing, what you do best. And I think that's a really cool way to think about it, because if you had your blinders on, you wouldn't even know. If you go out searching for it, especially with algorithms and stuff, it's going to start showing up more and more in your feed. So do you want that in your feed? Do you want to see those things? Like, it's one thing to get inspired by people, but if you feel like it's going to impact your mindset, you might want to block that stuff out. Which I wouldn't normally say maybe for like a physical business. Like, you want to know what your competitors are doing, but at the same time, if it's going to have such a negative impact on your mindset, don't go searching for it, because it's going to start showing up in your face, and it's going to show up more often, and it's going to skew you to think that it's oversaturated when really you triggered the algorithm for it to show up in your feed more often, when there's so many other people that haven't seen these things. So mindset is a huge one for this kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's a good point. If it's draining your energy to the point that you're not creating because you're afraid that people is going to steal your idea, do you know where this is going? It's like, because for example, for us, when we saw those first ads coming up, it's like, man, this is like, this should be us doing this, right? This is a missed opportunity for us because we were supposed to doing those kind of ads and those kind of, things. But then on the other hand, we were like, but we have such a uniqueness about our brand, right? We are very we're all about Google Sheets. We are very targeted, right? We are very niche down. And those people running all the PLR spreadsheet stuff, it's barely touching the surface, right? They're very surface level, while we're all the way down deep into the ocean, right? So it's not something that, if any, I feel like mindset wise, if you were to get bogged down by that, we would be like down in a funk and like stop creating, be like, man, this should have been us, right? But instead it's like, well, maybe, maybe more people is going to be aware of Google Sheets, right? Because maybe some people don't even realize the potential that Google Sheets has. And then these people running the ads, they're reaching different people, right? They're reaching different audiences. So it's broadening the whole awareness of Google Sheets, which could be good for us also, right? Because they want to, like, if they really like what they see and they want to get deep further, like, wow, I want to learn more about Google Sheets, then they're going to start Googling. And when they Google anything about Google Sheets, they will find us, right? So it's not all bad.
Yeah,
Competition.
absolutely. You bring up a good point about people holding back. And we have had people come and ask in our programs and the free group, like they have this really cool idea for a spreadsheet. How do I protect it or share it without somebody stealing it? And that's really holding people back from actually just putting it out there, because there's only so much like protection you can do, but once you're sharing it, that person has that. But there's so much more than just that product. You have to let that go, that mindset go of somebody's going to copy it or steal it, because then you're not even putting it out there. You're not growing your business. You're not growing that passive income side that you've been looking forward to growing. And there's so much more, like I said, than that product. There's the whole brand. There's the person behind it. There's the look of it, the feel of it, the voice of the brand. I think if you look at like t-shirt companies, and I've seen people that like knit sweaters and then Temu steals it or that kind of thing. And yes, like Temu, they're going to put it up there and they're going to make sales. You also have to remember that those people buying that knockoff are not your people. Like
Yeah.
those people are buying from you because they believe in your story. They believe in the product that you provide. They, fall in love with everything that you are doing, and they want to support you. So you always have to remember that those people that are stealing, you often go and see those like stolen products, and you go and the shop has no look to it. It's like a mismatch of like just shit. It looks like a garage sale,
Everything.
right? So who is that attracting? It's attracting the people looking for the cheapest thing, and those aren't your people. So
Yeah.
put your
100%.
blinders on. There definitely is things you can do if somebody's like legit. We talked about inspiration, but there is people that like legit copy everything. And you can tell more if you like, for digital products, if you have a lot of like graphics and colors and that kind of thing. If your thing is pretty basic and somebody else has copied a basic thing, it's kind of hard to say, well, it's copied. But if you've got like a definite style, and somebody's copied something, there is things that you can do. You can definitely, I think my first approach would be to reach out directly to those people. I have had, not in our business, but another business, somebody flat out steal all our photos and put it on social media as if it was their products. And so that was a challenge, and I had to, reach out to them numerous times. I suggest when you reach out to them that you are still respectful, but also laying out that, hey, this is my product. Definitely give them an action that you want them to take and a deadline so that you can follow up. So in my case, I would have said, I noticed these things are there. These are clearly my photos. I showed them evidence that it's mine. And then I said, these all need to be removed by this date. Otherwise, I'll have to seek, action against this. And it definitely there was a bit of a language barrier. So it definitely took a couple more emails. And like, I was kind of at the point of sending like a cease and desist letter, but then finally it got removed. So there is things that you can do that way. If it's Etsy and those other platforms, you can definitely like go through reporting that way. But again, I would make sure it's like a definite copy. I don't think people are like, something like Etsy is going to take something that looks like it's inspired by, or like it's kind of murky. It has to be like pretty solid that it's stolen. Okay. So we talked about the branding, and I don't want you guys to get hung up because we're talking about branding. I think people get really hung up on it, and then they also don't take action on their business because they're like, well, I don't have my branding and all of those things. Still take action, still keep listing, doing those things. You can always change. Every business is evolving. So even though we say like how important branding and voice and blah, 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 all those things are, that doesn't have to be perfect before you start. So I would like get started, have a brand. You can always change your brand, change what you're doing. It's not set in stone. A lot of like, this was years ago, I heard that our like marketing or our look should switch over like every 10 years. So, and you see big businesses doing that too. Even like Pepsi and Coca-Cola and things have made, even though it still looks the same, they've made tweaks over the years. So it happens for sure. I was going to show you some examples of some branding stuff. And voice. I think voice is a really important one because you're speaking to your target audience. So with your target audience, you should understand kind of roughly people get into demographics, and some people say don't bother and some people say do. I do like to envision somebody because you need to be speaking to that person. So for Andrea and I, maybe we're speaking to those like digital product creators that are, they're already in business, but they want to add that like next level to their business. They're busy moms. They have busy lives. They want to develop something that has passive income over time. So we like visualize this person, and that's who we speak to in our content. There's a lot of brands that have taken voice to like a whole other level, and it's really impressive. Like their graphics, their social media, their emails. So I'll show you a few examples just to show you what we're talking about. And like, this is like next level marketing, but since I do marketing, I find it very interesting to see these things. You don't have to go this far, but this is a cereal brand called Surreal, and it says great for spooning. Like, how memorable is that? And they don't just do like this ad, they carry it throughout everything they do. So you'll find it in their social media, the same messaging. This is an ad. So we're hiring head of spooning. We'll pay you in free cereal for a year. Like, it's funny, it's witty. So they carry that throughout all of their content. This one I saw the other day. So Beaver Butts lip balm doesn't contain actual beaver butts, and it's got all these like funny things. So smells like maple, not beavers. What else do we have? Made by real people in Canada, not beavers. Like, it's just funny, which makes it memorable. Like, I actually remembered this brand enough to Google it today and be like, oh, I'll show people that today. This is, I don't know if you guys have heard of Cards of Humanity.
Yeah.
But there's another, what's it called? There's a dog food company that does really good with marketing. I think it's like Chewy. And their emails are like incredible, like next level. They're not like salesy. They're like storytelling. They're funny. They make people laugh. People are sharing them with other people because it made them laugh. So this is an example of an email from cards with humanity. So it just says, "It's me. Hello, it's your father. We've made so many great memories together over the years. Remember our canoe trip in Lake Geneva? Or the time I shaved off my mustache and you cried? Well, as I get up there in the years, it would make an old man real happy to get all the new Cards Against Humanity Dad's pack that was released today." So that's kind of cool. Like they've addressed it right to the son that's going to be making that purchase. Of course, you're going to read through the cards and have a good laugh. And what else? Okay, this is Pip Decks, which is actually, we're not pitching this, we're not affiliate, but Pip Decks are cards that help businesses with their messaging, which is kind of like what we're talking about today. So you can check out the company, but I always find the ads are like really well targeted. So for example, this one says, "Become the manager you always needed." Like they're talking directly to that audience that they find value in these Pip decks. I think that's all of them. Oh, this is an example. So top 10 brand tone of voice examples to inspire you. I actually don't find this inspiring at all, which is why I thought I'd show you guys. And so these are big brands. I didn't check them all out, but their examples are like, their brand is like approachable, warm, helpful, welcoming, friendly, universal. Like it's just, I don't know, snooze fest. It's boring.
It is very boring.
Right? Like it just sounds like, which made me start rethinking like our voice and making sure we have like something identifiable. Because if I had to describe it, would I describe it with like some of these like super boring, like look at Volkswagen and Maybelline, human is like their description. I'm like, ugh, it just feels like in ChatGPT when you ask it to like talk to me like you're talking to a friend or like that kind of thing. It's just, it has nothing, I don't know. Tiffany & Co, I didn't look, they have witty. I always like things that are funny. I guess it makes me remember a brand, but it all depends on if that fits with your audience.
I feel like it goes beyond that kind of stuff. It's like, like Apple doesn't sell phones, right? They don't sell the product. They sell the technology. They sell the status, right? People will wait in line overnight to get the new iPhone. Like it's a phone, you guys, right?
Yeah.
Like Tesla doesn't sell cars. They sell the future. They sell the high-tech stuff, right? So it's not about really what you're selling, but what is your end customer getting from you? What are they? It's all about the messaging. So it's, don't get hung up on the, oh, my tone is very conversational, my tone is very friendly. No, like what does your product do for people? For us, Spreadsheetables, we save people time, we save people money. Time is money, right? We deal with entrepreneur and sure, I can say that word. We deal with business owners, right? They're busy as heck already running their back end stuff, and we help them automate that. We help them save time so they can actually be creative in their business and do what they were meant to do, right? While still delivering things to their audience. They're still there and they're delivering high quality stuff, right? When people go and buy a PLR spreadsheet from whatever, whoever, that has nothing, they don't have the support, right? Spreadsheetables offer the whole entire support. If you break a formula inside of your PLR spreadsheet, we're there to help you, right? If you are in VIP, we give you support. If you want to know how to change this color, how to move this thing from here to here, because it's not as simple, right? So we're giving you the whole support. So we'll sell you the whole package. We're not just giving you a spreadsheet. We're giving you the whole package. And if you get one of our templates and you're selling it as PLR, what are you giving your end customer, right? If you are a coach, you're giving them, we have one of our VIPs is a coach, and she does amazing things with our spreadsheets. And her selling point is, listen, coaches, I know you're busy. I know you are struggling to organize your business. I know you are struggling to track her sales. I know you are, I can help you. I have the perfect tool to help you. So she's not selling the spreadsheet, right? She's selling that help, that transformation that her coaching customers will get when they grab her tool, right? And it's a selling point. She didn't create the spreadsheet, we did, right? And if she wants to change something in the spreadsheet, we'll be there for her, right? And she'll be there for her customers. So do you see where this is going? We're not a team. We're not just selling PLR spreadsheets. Those people selling PLR packages, spreadsheets, whatever, and and then when you look on their back end, they're selling a ton of other stuff, not Google Sheet related at all, right? They're selling other printables, they're selling other stuff. So it's not like it's not their selling point. The Google Sheets is not their thing. They're just looking for a quick buck, right? We're not looking for a quick buck. We're looking to help you. We're looking to give you that transformation that will help you in your business. So this is why you need to find that your uniqueness. Like, how do you help people, right? How is your spreadsheet going to help people? How is your product going to help people? Are you bundling with something else that they can baby's falling off.
Baby Noah.
Yeah. Right? Are you bundling with something else to help them? Right? If you are, we had another VIP also in our group. She was an affiliate for somebody else, and she took one of our spreadsheets, and along with her affiliate stuff, she's like, hey, if you buy this program from me that me and everybody else is selling, right? This affiliate program, if you buy this product from me, I'll give you this spreadsheet that can help you, blah, 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 right? So she took the spreadsheet that we provided, she transformed into something that would help her sell that affiliate product, right? So you see where this is going? She didn't just give a spreadsheet. She didn't just go to Etsy, grab her spreadsheet and offer to everybody, right? She went in the groups like, hey, I need help. How can I get this and make into this so I can do this, right? To help my people, to help me, increase my sales, right, for my affiliate. So there's a whole lot more, and I know it's hard. It's hard to see sometimes when you're just starting. You're focusing on the product, but you shouldn't be focusing on the product. You should be focusing on the experience, right? And the transformation that your product is going to give it to your heart. And I think once you realize like the things that you're doing, the things that you're helping your end customers and how you're transforming their lives, the whole copycat thing just basically go away. Yeah, it will be a shock at first if you see somebody selling pretty much the same thing that you're selling. But then you're going to be like, no, but I can help. And people don't buy into products, you guys. This is something that if you take anything from this live, people don't buy into products. They buy into people, okay? People are not buying cell phones because Apple iPhone is cool, right? They're not buying the new Samsung phone because they don't like, right? Like, so like some people, like my husband, for example, he will not buy Apple because he doesn't like the brand, right? He doesn't mind the phone. He just doesn't like the brand. And it's funny because I have an iPhone and I was so against iPhone just because I didn't like how it felt. But once I got a MacBook and then I got an iPhone, and those, they connect, they talk together. If you get a new phone, everything transfers. It's a whole new experience, right? It's not just the phone. So it's not the products. It's my experiences, how easy they made my life. If I'm like searching for something on the internet on my iPhone, I can literally click on my MacBook and open that same page that it's in there. So it's like it's the not selling Apple, y'all. This is not Apple marketing, but it's the easiness, right? It made my life easier, right? So I'm not buying the product itself. I'm buying what it's making my life to be, right? I'm a busy mom, y'all, and business owner. I don't have time to keep, oh, let me send this via cloud so I can open in my computer. No, I don't have time for that. I want to like instant. I want to blink and the thing is in there. So this is what you have to see. Like, what are you doing for your customer? And once you can get that clarity, you are not going to worry about copycats. and you're always going to be ahead, because when they are copying the product that you launched last year and they just saw and they're copying it, you're already 10 steps ahead, right? You are creating new things, you're creating new transformations, and your people already know that how you transformed their lives last year. So they're back here. Our VIPs are very loyal to us, right? They're staying. Some people have been with us for 2 years. In the digital world, that's like 40. So like they're not, and there's many PLR spreadsheets out there, and they're still with us, right? They like what we have to offer. They like, so they bought into us. They bought into Andrea and Mel, and how we can help them transform their business. So just look for the clarity in your business, and I feel like that is going to take the whole fear of being copied. It should ease that fear. Sorry, I'm gonna mute myself because he wants to talk.
That's okay. I think you said it perfectly. Like I was going to wrap it up after that. That's perfect. Yeah, Andrea said it really well about just, there's going to be those people, and we have to remember that we're going to keep evolving and innovating. Andrea and I come with new spreadsheets every week, and we even drop special editions every month. And I think our thinking over time is like, we're going to look back at sheets we made months ago and years ago and be like, oh, that's old news. Like we're making new things now. And they're still really cool and people are using them, but we're still evolving. We're making other things, and just staying ahead of what's being created and what's out there. So I hope that helps you guys to break through that mindset, and hopefully it's not holding you back from creating and releasing things. And just get out there and put yourself out there, put your brand out there, put your products out there, and work on that mindset of kind of letting those things go, putting on blinders if you need to, if it affects your mindset, for sure. So before I go, I'll put that banner back on spreadsheetables.com/birthday. If you want to grab the free PLR templates that we're dropping for our second birthday, our birthday bash, starting on Friday. So we will talk to you guys later. Thank you very much. Bye. Bye, Nolan.
Thank you.